What?
That frog you gave us, the one that jumps.
Oh, gosh.
Because I swear it was over here.
I don't know. I haven't seen that in a while. Did you check that little toy bin in front of the door?
I highly
That.
doubt that it's in there.
Okay. Well, I mean, check. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Make It Make, where I always try to encourage you. If you can't get it to make, then make it make. A friend of mine gave me a recipe for a pizza dough that I have fallen in love with, and it has made my life way easier. So I figured, since I'm going to be making supper now, why not share it with you? And I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna add 3 cups of flour. Why do we have like 3 different, look at this.
Sorry.
Why do I have, my daughter is the baker in this house. I blame her, Miss Thingy. It's all right. At least use it. All right. So, 3 cups of flour. 1, 2. Oh, I think we may have exactly 3 cups here. Let me do it in the sink. Yeah. All right. So the recipe calls for 1 cup of warm water. And I'm going to be adding 1 packet of active dry yeast, the original. 1 packet in here. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar to the water and the yeast. This is how I always cook my breads. If it calls for yeast and sugar, I mix it all together just because it helps, honestly, sometimes make sure that my yeast is active. So I do that and wait a couple minutes until it's nice and bubbly. So remember, we have our 3 cups of flour in our mixer here. I'm going to place my dough hook on. Turn it on low. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, we're going to slowly add the yeast. Smells so good. Every time I cook with yeast, it reminds me of beer. You know, because beer has obviously yeast in it. It smells so good. I'm just going to mix it until it gets into 1 large ball. Now, if I feel like it's not sticking like I want it to, then I will add 1 more tablespoon of water. I just added 1 more tablespoon of water, and then it picked up all the rest of that flour. Sometimes, I don't know, it's like it forms into a ball and it's fine, and then sometimes I have to add that 1 last tablespoon and it's fine. So if you're doing this recipe and that happens, if you have to keep adding a tablespoon of water at a time, go ahead, but I usually only have to add 1, if any. Now I'm just gonna allow this dough to knead in here for probably about 3 minutes or so. And then I'll show you the next step. All right, so this is done. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of olive oil and spread that on my glass bowl on the sides, center. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I always add garlic powder and oregano to my pizza dough. You know, I didn't do it this time around because I was so preoccupied because I ran out of sugar in the middle of the video and I had to run out to the store and get it. And so then it just all, it's still gonna be really good. But I normally just throw in some garlic powder and oregano, and that just really, sets off the taste to my pizza dough. Well, that's fine. The recipe doesn't call for that, so we're still sticking true to it. All right, so you wanna have a consistency like this, still, you know, kind of sticky. And then you're just gonna put it in your bowl, and we're gonna let this rise for just 10 minutes. We don't need to go any further than that, just 10 minutes, and I'm gonna cover it up with a nice wet, damp towel, or just a towel, it doesn't have to be a wet towel. So I am making some ground beef as one of the toppings, because we're gonna have one cheese pizza, and then we're gonna have a pizza that has ground beef, green peppers, and onions. Okay, so the flour, oh my word. The pizza dough is finished rising. I'm truly racing the clock to put supper on the table. All right. So we have our dough. And at this point here, honestly, you don't even have to watch the rest of the video if you don't want to. Because you could just freeze it if you want to. So what I like to do is I have my 2 pans here. I have one round traditional pizza stone, and then I have a rectangular one. And this is flexible, it's nice and soft. So I'm just gonna cut down the center. Let me give you a close-up of this. That's not fair if I'm lazy and don't move the camera for you. So just cut down the center. Okay, sorry if you don't like that sound. Okay, and then we're just gonna have this piece for this pizza, and this piece for that pizza. And then all we're gonna do at this point is just shape it into place. And that's what I do, guys. I just work it until it fits my pan. Very easily stretches. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to assemble our pizzas. I like to take a gravy spoon, honestly, and go over my pizza sauce with it. I spread my pizza sauce with it. And I do like a lot of sauce. There's nobody here. Winnie, Winnie. Don't worry, she's lying. Okay, thank God. Perfect, 1 pint for 2 pizzas. This is the part where I always feel so guilty. You know, we try to eat as healthy as we can in our house. We really do make major efforts to do so. So when I have, you know, organic flour with my organic pizza sauce, and then I go ahead and go to the grocery store and I grab this cheese, I feel, I don't know, I guess I feel bad, you know, but I'm not about to start making my own mozzarella right now. I've thought about it, believe me, because, you know, it goes with my channel. I've certainly thought about it, and I still might do it. But gosh, like, I don't even know how much it would take to, you know, keep up with making these pizzas. I guess you just don't know until you don't try it out. But I mean, there's nothing like homemade mozzarella. My friend makes it. I know I keep saying that on my channel. I have a friend. No, I'm serious though. I really do have a friend that makes it and it's amazing. Now I'm just gonna add the ground beef. You know, I feel so blessed to be able to do YouTube as a job. and to be able to clean homes. That's what I do on the side, and I know that I've started that other channel, but basically most of my time is cleaning homes. I only clean for specific people because I'm very picky who I work for, and then doing YouTube, and it just has blessed me so much to be able to continue to homeschool my daughter, which was, you know, my goal. So I feel so blessed to have the cleaning job and to have YouTube. It's a blessing, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. So thank you so much for blessing my home and my family. All right, now for the rest of our toppings, I am putting on some beautiful green peppers, and I'm going to be adding some onions as well to this one. Now, some people like to stir fry their vegetables before they put it on a pizza. I don't. I like the raw taste of it. I always have. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so these are all gonna go in the oven at 450 for 10 to 12 minutes. All right, so the pizza is done. I'm sorry about that, but one of the kids got to it before I could film it. And then the other pizza is done as well. And I forgot that my son does not like onions, so I took off half, but it's all done. Anyway, guys, I hope you've really enjoyed this video. As always, take care and God bless.